Hey, it's John over at Global, and we are going to take a look at how to do a quiz using forms. This is just a neat way to assess their learning. You can use it formatively, you can use it any way you want. Just another resource I want to put in your hands. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the quiz first, and then we're going to create the assignment. So we're going to start somewhere else and come back here to classwork. First, we're going to go over to our drawer here, our toolbox, and we're going to look for something called forms. Now, if you look, it's not here. Where's forms? Well, you go down to more. See this down here? Well, look what you have, forms. Call it forms. Google provides a bunch of templates. I'm going to do a quick and dirty one. You can obviously customize this quite a bit. I'm going to call up this thing called assessment. It's neat, it's helpful, works quickly. You can go in here, gives you a blank, it gives you a particular look, gives the opportunity to learn more. I'm going to move on through all of this. I'm going to leave the top things here. Name, I do want the name in there. I'm going to make the name required. Now, if you click on it, it actually tells you what kinds of answers you're looking for, answer keys, etc. I'm not going to score this. I am going to make them collect the emails. I do want the kids putting in their emails. First of all, because I want them practicing the typing of it. And secondly, I want to make sure it's always connected to what's there. Down here to quiz questions, I can add, what the quiz questions are about. I can change my title. It does allow me to put in little filler text. My first question, when you call up the question, it actually allows you to call up different types of questions, short answers, paragraphs, multiple choices, check boxes, drop downs, things like that. They can have to upload a file. I've done projects where I've had kids, to finish the assessment, they had to upload a file to this and do little linear scales, all kinds of things. My first question is going to be, and I've actually written it down so I have it for myself, I'm going to do a true-false question. So I'll use multiple choice and I'll say true or false. GCA students have access to G Suite for Education. And option 1 is going to be true. Option 2 is going to be false. I don't need any more than true or false. Now you'll notice, we got the checkbox here. We know the answer is true, so I'm going to go over to answer key. Look what I get in answer key. Answer key, I can tell it true is the correct answer. I can give them feedback. And for correct answer, actually, this is for incorrect. Students do have access. And save. I can put in links. I can give them, if I wanted to, I could say, now look at this video that talks about that. I can put in a YouTube video. I can link it to websites to give them more information. I can make that whole answer, an incorrect answer, formative and give them access to the correct answer. Now, the second question, this is another way of asking it. You could say, which of the following are true for G Suite? Which of the following are true about G Suite? And I'm going to use checkboxes. And what's going to happen is I'm going to actually give them 3 options and make 2 of them correct. So the first one, G Suite, sorry, I have to capitalize that, puts learning in the hands of students. And then I'm going to tab over to G Suite requires a computer science degree to use. And we know that's not true because I don't have a computer science degree. And then G Suite is flexible. I hope we can agree that that assessment is also true. I don't need answers 4, 5, and 6, so I'm going to delete that. I'm going to go over to my answer key, and that is actually incorrect. This is correct, and this is correct. I'm going to tell it these are the correct answers. I'm going to make it a 2-point question because there are 2 correct answers. And I go back to edit question, and there it is. It's a 2-point question. I'm going to make it required. I don't want the kids to skip it. And then I'm going to give them a 3rd type of question. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to say, name one way G Suite for Education puts learning in the hands of students. And I'm going to let them give me a short answer. The short answer just is the difference between short answer and paragraph, in my experience, is the size of the box that it gives me. We're teachers, we'd like to talk a lot, I'll give them a long answer. It doesn't matter how long I give them. Because I'm asking them to write things, I'm going to give them the chance to get 3 points on this. So I have a little 6-point quiz. Down here I can include, all kinds of information. So I'll call this the meaning information section. And then I could just have a long answer text down here. I'm actually going to delete this. So I'm going to use a little trash bin to delete this. Now, I can send this to everyone, but I can go here and I can send it. I can create a link. I can actually embed it into a web page, do all kinds of cool things. I can post it, share it from Google+. I can share the form on a Facebook page. I can tweet it out. I can email it to all of my kids. I can include it in the email itself. We're not going to do that. We're just going to call this, we're going to change the title by calling it What We Learn in PD. And that's all I'm going to call it. It's living in my doc. Now when I go back to my drive, refresh my page, because it'll show up in my quick access, and what we learned in PD. I want to look at it. I can open it up. I can edit it again. Nothing's stopping me from editing it again. Move to folder. I can make sure right now it's stored in my drive. I'm actually going to store it in here so I know where it is. And that's all I need to know. Now, go over to G Suite for Education. Classwork. Create. Assignment. Now, take the quiz. Good luck. It's a 6-point quiz, right? What will happen is I will attach the quiz. Go up to here. It actually shows up in recent, but if I needed to, I could go to my drive, and it's where I put it. Of course, it's in recent. I'm going to click it. I'm going to add it. And it's Google Form. Click Assign. By the way, look what happened. It's floating in space. What did I forget? Go back to edit it. I have to go over here and make the due date Friday. And I never assigned it to my introduction. And notice, by the way, because it's a Google form, it will actually import the grades into the form. So that's kind of neat. You can play with it. I'm going to encourage you to play with your Google Forms a little bit because, for example, with Google Forms, you can change your settings so they can get an emailed response. You can have them edit their responses after they submit it. You can shuffle question order so it comes to them in different orders. This is a quiz, so you don't have to do that. You don't have to make a quiz because it already is one. They're going to be able to see the results. You can change all of that in the assessment. As a matter of fact, the neatest thing about it, if I don't catch a mistake, once or twice I've put out mistakes in quizzes while doing the quiz. So I went in, I edited it, had the kids start the quiz again, and they got the correct answer. It's a very dynamic way of learning. I hope that helps. I hope that opens the opportunity to use quizzes and Google Forms in your Google Classroom. Thanks for watching.